It's great to be with all of you here this morning. Exciting day for San Ysidro as we announce another step in our effort for new parks across the entire city of San Diego. And of course, we're here to celebrate the completion of San Ysidro Community Park and welcome to this new community space. As I think all of us know, parks are places for communities to come together, for families to come together, seniors to take walks, and of course, what's going to happen right here, for kids to play and play and play. And so the fact that this community pushed so hard for this and came together to make this happen, I think is one of the reasons why it's such a milestone for all of us to ensure that San Ysidro is getting its fair share of city services. And that's why today is so special. This marks the second major park project to open in San Ysidro within just the past 3 months. In July, as I think you know, we completed the $1.7 million renovation at nearby Larson Field, where we have picnic tables, play equipment, and much, much more. It looks great, and as we said then, and we say here again this morning, it's what this community deserves in terms of enhancements and investments from the city of San Diego. So the features of the park are probably evident. We could all see it. Of course, a new children's playground, rubberized play surfaces, which we didn't have when I was a kid, so I love it. It makes a big difference. New drought-tolerant landscaping and upgrades, of course, to meet the Americans with Disabilities Act standards. Shows that when we work together, we're making promises on investments in neighborhoods, and that's what One San Diego is all about. This project was made possible thanks to a generous federal grant awarded by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and we couldn't have done it without the very generous private investments from Casa Familiar, from Wells Fargo, and the County of San Diego, all working together. In fact, Casa Familiar is credited with spearheading the fundraising efforts that secured more than $345,000 from Wells Fargo and the county. To Lisa and David, great job, I say. Very good job. So thank you all for what you have all done to make this project a reality, to be here today on a beautiful San Diego day. And I'd like also to thank our city staff, our Park and Recreation Department, Park and Recreation Director, Herman Parker. Herman, thank you to you and all your Park and Rec staff for pushing so hard on this project. And parks don't get built without our public works. Where's James Nagelvort? Right behind me. James, thank you to you and your team for all making this happen. This is a great day for San Ysidro, and I couldn't be happier to be with all of you to help open this park. And so now I'll conclude my remarks because it's getting warm. But it's my pleasure to meet our council member who really worked hard to spearhead this park and this investment, Council Member David Alvarez. Council Member?
Buenos dias. Good morning. It's great to be here. It's always great to be in San Ysidro, but especially on a day like today. There are a lot of people who we need to thank. Mucha gente a quien le debemos las gracias, principalmente a la gente de San Ysidro. Felicidades y muchas gracias a ustedes. It's always great to have start a park with kids enjoying it. And I want to thank Irene for the Girl Scouts here in San Ysidro, one of the best troops. Irene, thank you. Irene, wave and say hello. People need to know who you are. Gracias, Irene. Muchas gracias por todo lo que haces. San Ysidro, we know, is a great community that needs more and more investments like this one. We need to see more parks being built. As the mayor said, a couple months ago, we were down at Larson Field and really did a great job there. The city staff did and the project team. This is an amazing core of the historic San Ysidro community, all the way from what will be the old library, the current library, all the way to the end where the new library will be at. This core is really important. So we invested in the tennis courts, we're investing in the basketball courts, we invested in this playground, we got to invest in the building next, and then we got to go all the way down to make sure that we have all the facilities. Tenemos que invertir en San Ysidro más que en otras comunidades porque aquí es donde se necesita la ayuda, ¿verdad? Tenemos que invertir más. Empezamos desde el fondo allá con la antigua biblioteca hasta lo que va a ser la nueva biblioteca. Empezamos con el centro de los seniors, de las personas mayores que está aquí, la corte de la cancha de tenis y los otros edificios que también hacen falta una inversión. De nuevo, muchas gracias a la gente de San Ysidro. Thanks a lot to the people of San Ysidro, Wells Fargo, Supervisor Cox, the city, obviously, and everybody else who was involved. The design team, I don't see Vicky Estrada, but she always does a great job in San Ysidro. Thank you to Vicky, and thank you to all of you. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. Now it's my pleasure next up to introduce Lisa Cuestas and David Flores from Casa Familiar. Lisa?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Alvarez. And to start, felicidades, San Ysidro. Let's hear it for San Ysidro. Today is a special day, and we have a lot of people to thank, so I hope we don't forget anybody. But together, we have demonstrated the power of collaboration. El poder de trabajar como comunidad hoy se ve. Persistence and advocacy is at the heart of what this park represents. So I'm very happy and proud to be here with all of you today. Casa Familiar is an organization that builds community and is strong because of the civic leadership of all of the residents that are here today. All of your participation is the reason why we are celebrating today. Because of that collaboration, we also have Casa Familiar board, the board members to thank. Advocacy does not come cheap. It happens within the 40th and 60th hour of everybody's work week at Casa Familiar. And it's the board that understands that that does not get funded many times. And it's working with the community and that connection with the community that makes the mission, that really holds us to the mission of Casa Familiar. Es el conexión que Casa y lo que entiende la mesa directiva de Casa Familiar. Irene Barajas is also a board member, and she understands the value and importance of a safe place for families and children to play. And it's those kinds of things that make San Ysidro a neighborhood, that makes us what we are and how special we are as a community. And I can't say enough good things about the work of David Flores and Janet together, who started a long time ago. With that, I'm going to introduce David Flores, the Community Development Director for Casa Familiar, who really, with Janet, spearheaded this project.
Thank you, Lisa. I just want to give a little bit of the detail of what the community was able to do. We collected together approximately 500 signatures and petitions, 120 letters of support, including from our very own Southern Division, helping us throughout the 3 years of fundraising that we did. We had 4 community workshops, 4 Sin Límites workshops that together engaged about 1,500 families in this project and children in designing the playground. So the results of what's behind me is children being engaged and selecting the type of play equipment that they wanted to see at the San Ysidro Community Park. I want to thank the leadership and the funders of the project. Janet, without your help and the vision, this would have never happened. It's your fault that we're all here together, so thank you. El comité comunitario, las señoras que están aquí sentadas en la sombrita, la señora Socorro, Mari Rodríguez y Lidia, Berta Ruiz y las demás colaboradoras del proyecto por ayudarnos. So together with this community committee, we were able to fundraise $1,900 in community events, from making tamales to having a baile, a carnival, and being able to bring in small funds and donations like that and pool it all together. So I want to say thank you to Wells Fargo with the Urban Lift program for helping fund what Lisa was describing, the initial seed to support the activities and the work that we need to do in community development through Casa, and also the design that is the most difficult kind of funding to come across. And so with that, I want to thank the Wells Fargo team for that great program. And yeah, thank you. And also finally to thank Vicky Estrada and Kevin, who's here representing Estrada Land Planning, for all of your work and effort and pro bono work early on to help us get this project in the ground. So with that, thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, I wanted to introduce Jenna Kite, a San Ysidro resident who's been a spearhead of this, whose passion has been on display for everybody to see. Janet, thank you for all of your help. It looks terrific. Come on up.
Good morning, everybody. Forgive me in advance if I mess up. I'm a little nervous here. It's only been, 5 years, So, okay. I just wanted to say something about this project. This project is a collaboration process which began with a creative solution to a big distressing problem for our community, which many of you know what it was. It is not only a beautification project, but it's one that transformed our community, united everybody, and was really behind civic engagement and civic responsibility. Responsibility to those younger generations, like the ones we see here, that generations that need our safeguard, need our support, and need our guidance to reach their full potential without having to worry about all the problems around them in this world. We have created a safe place for families to meet on a sunny day like this, for friends to laugh while they're waiting for their school bus, and for children to play safely with their neighbors. And it is our responsibility to protect it from this day on. Thank you all who made this project possible. Though you may not know it yet, you have already changed the lives of many kids and the future of many kids through your donations, your participation, even the 1 hour you spend helping us at any of our events, monetary contributions, and all of the rest. So even the smallest contribution has allowed us to come to this point today, to create a beautiful playground that you see behind us. A playground worthy of our children, playground worthy of our community, playground worthy of San Ysidro. Thank you.
Well done. That was perfect. What were you worried about? That was great. That was terrific. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. What a combination of community support. It is fantastic. But most of all, thank you for the community, for believing in this project, for pushing this project, for all of us to be here today. And now, without any more talk, let's officially cut the ribbon and open this beautiful new park. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.